Let's keep talking about computers and robots. Please give a warm welcome, Izzy bin Avi.
Thank you, Robert. The first thing we're going to automate is lawyers, so there you go. Although I have to wonder, do robots subscribe to the gender binary? Ew. Topical, yeah. Hi everyone, my name is Izzy bin Avi. I am by trade a mechanical engineer with an electrical accent. So as a consequence of an ancient hex, I was also forced into becoming a roboticist. So to me, I think of Mars as this place that we send robots to break rocks until they die. So Mars is essentially a robot space gulag. But I'm not here to talk to you about that. I'm here to talk about your place in the robot revolution. So I guess in order to do that, I have to define what a robot is, and maybe tell you what the robot revolution means. Fun thing about defining a robot, there is no good definition. In fact, you want a really entertaining evening? Get yourself a tub of popcorn and ask a room full of roboticists what the definition of a robot is. Fights will break out. Somebody might get shanked. It is serious business. Now, to me, on a personal level, a robot is essentially just a rock that we shoved lightning into and forced it to think about math problems forever. It's only more or less accurate. I suppose a more industrial strength definition would be a reprogrammable machine that performs tasks in a virtual or physical space, usually tasks too dull, dirty, or dangerous for humans to perform. So, like stand-up comedy. So, yeah, that definition does not include teleoperated machines, like radio-controlled cars. You put a cute little gripper arm on it and use it to fetch a beer, it's still just a radio-controlled car. You put some tank treads, a camera, and a bomb disposal arm on it, it's still just a radio-controlled car. You put a wedge, a flamethrower, and a smashing hammer on it and use it to fight other radio-controlled cars, it's still just a radio-controlled car, BattleBots, fight me! Yeah. What was I saying? Oh yeah, what is a robot? So yeah, that definition that I gave you does include virtual machines like spam bots, Soviet Twitter trolls, and analysis engines like Watson. I think Liz alluded to that briefly. Watson was that machine that beat Ken Jennings at Jeopardy a couple of years back. Fun little fact about Watson, when it was training for Jeopardy, it actually developed a really foul mouth because it had access to the Urban Dictionary.
What is a Denver omelet?
So yeah, that's what a robot is. So what's this robot revolution that I've heard so much about? Well, a lot of people think that this is some massive violent uprising where robots take over and destroy humanity as we know it. String out a brand new internet, strung out with our neurons. They'll replace toner with human blood. Toast will come out burnt no matter what setting you put it on. It'll be chaos. It'll be terrible, terrible. I suppose that's our comeuppance for sending them all to Mars to die. No, but the bad news is those people that think that are right. The good news is we'll all be dead. No, really, robots still have another 50 to 100 years of dependence on humans left, depending on who you ask. So there are several looming ways humanity can destroy ourselves in the meantime. But on a lighter note, I think the robot revolution is actually something that's really good for us today, you and me and everyone in this crowd, because it represents a huge fundamental cultural and economic shift in every aspect of humanity through the use of automated tools and processes. Our lives will become immeasurably better in every ways. Hell, just this week, Boston Dynamics debuted a robot that will literally do backflips for you. That's true. So yeah, this is great. What was I going to say then? Revolution. Okay. Oh yeah, fundamental shift. So our lives will become better in every, or not every way, but in a lot of ways. And the technology is becoming so advanced. Like, think about this. Almost each and every one of you has in your possession one of the most sophisticated pieces of automation in human history. By way of comparison, the Apollo mission was run on a computer no more powerful than a Game Boy. The phone in your possession is orders of magnitude more powerful. And what grand missions do we use it on? Mainly we use it to argue with strangers while moving our bowels. Speaking of moving our bowels, Moore's Law predicts that computer power will double roughly every 18 months. And even now, this is still true, more or less. And in addition to that, we still have another decade or so before we bottom out on physics. And I'm sure by then, we'll find even more ways to cheat Mother Nature. So robots are becoming exceedingly powerful. And the more powerful these machines become, the more jobs are going to get automated. Eventually, the entire employment business model will be deemed so dull, dirty, or dangerous that humans will no longer pursue it. And besides, like Liz said, when that happens, robots will be more accurate, timely, and consistent than we are at just about everything. And when that happens, we're all fired. The good news is, in this post-labor economy, humanity will finally be free to do the thing that we truly want to do most: to fuck. The bad news is, the robots will be better than us at that too. Through the technology that has just rendered employment obsolete, comes a machine that can know you so intimately, it could become a potentially perfect partner. I mean, even right now, with a few dozen Facebook likes, the algorithm can know you better than you know yourself. $1 dodillion worth of technology, of course someone's gonna have sex with it. Everything that humans have ever discovered or invented throughout human history, someone has come along and thought, I can stick my dick in that. Because that's who we are as a species. But that's not everybody. And if you're one of those people that thinks that the idea of sex robots are gross or weird or creepy, understand that anything more complicated than a vibrator with speed control could be considered a robot by that definition that I just gave you. So we're already sort of there. Hell, just add a few motors, some heaters, advanced prosthetics, some of Liz's AI, and now we can manufacture for you the perfect mate. No BS drama, no petty friends, and no racist in-laws. It'd be great. But there may be a limit. Because you see, we as a people, that is humans, like me and you, totally human, we have this aversion. We don't want machines to look exactly like us. In fact, the more like a human a robot looks, the more unsettling humans will find it. This is referred to as the uncanny valley, a deep-seated malaise that really prevents humans from accepting the idea of artificial people. Malaise. That sounds like a kind of condiment that when you spread it on your sandwich, you feel all weird inside emotionally and you don't know why. So as a result, that's the main ingredient in Uncanny Valley Ranch. So, I've strung you along this far, so what is our place in the robot revolution? I don't know. We're free now. Do whatever you want. Find yourself an Uncanny Valley girl and do the robot. you very much. I've been Izzy Ben Avi.
Izzy Ben Avi, everyone. Robots got nothing on me.